Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 13th layout using the Mayhip kit. This one took me 52 minutes to complete and I showed you the picture that I want to scrap. It was taken at the zoo and my Caitlin had picked up a dandelion and she was trying to show Mason how if he, you know, if you blow on it that it kind of flies away, and he thought that was so cute or so fun, and I thought it was cute. So I was taking pictures. And I didn't cut the picture at all because in the very corner of the picture you can see that she's just smiling ear to ear. Like, he just tickles her fancy so much. Like, she just loves him. She loves that little boy, and he loves his aunt too. He talks about her all the time. So I took the pattern paper that's white with the blue dots, and then I went through my stash again, or the kit stash, and I saw what was left in blue embellishments, and I thought, okay, I got to get this used up. I didn't know how many layouts I was going to get done with this kit, but I knew I want to get as many embellishments done as possible. So I'm kind of measuring how big the photo is, and then first off, I took some clear gesso and I protected the background because I knew I wanted to do some. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something to the background. In the end, I probably didn't need to do it, but I don't know how far I'm going to go when I start a layout because I have no idea what I'm going to do. So at this point, I went through the templates and I saw this one here from Amy Tangerine, and to me, it reminded me of the dandelion. So I'm using the Mermaid Lagoon Distress ink that came in the color add-on, and I'm sort of doing a matte for around the picture. I have a bit of pattern papers left, but I don't have a ton. So I want to make sure that I use whatever I have in the kit and just get as much things done, or as many things used up as possible. Now I have some scraps here, and this one here, I'm pretty sure it's the back side of the Citrus Bliss, the one where you punched out all the circles, the 2-inch circles. I didn't think I was going to use that side, but I ended up using it. And yes, it is. There it is. And I ended up using it a little bit here and there. I did use more the punch outs than I did that side, but on this page it coordinated perfectly. So I mounted my photo first on that, and then now I'm mounting it on that blue and white stars, which that was a pattern paper that I totally love this month. I used it a ton. So I'm just going to make a small mat around that too. And I'm kind of reassessing, and I'm thinking, that doesn't stick out enough, because once I have all the mats on there, it just barely frames the photo. So I'm kind of extending it on all sides. There you go. I like that better. You can, and even once I'm all done, you can see it a little bit just peeking out. Now I'm taking some of these die cuts that was part of a cut apart one. Some of it came from a 12 by 12 sheet, and the other one came from the 6 by 6 pattern paper. We got about a third of a package from Citrus Bliss, Pink Paisley, and everything that I could cut apart, I already cut apart. And so now whenever I do a layout, I just try to throw on as many things as I possibly can to try to get those used up. So again, I'm just, going through all the stuff that I had kind of pulled aside to use with this layout, which when I did that, I had no idea what pictures I was going to use. This picture wasn't even printed when I kind of threw all those embellishments together. And then once I went to pick up my pictures, I looked at this one here, and it was perfect because Mason's wearing a navy blue hat. He's wearing a blue t-shirt. My daughter's wearing a blue shirt, and so it totally matches the patterns and all the embellishments. So it was a perfect match. And so you can always find a picture that will coordinate with the layouts, the embellishments that you chose. I remember way back, I used to when I did classes, I never did the layout with the picture on because I wanted people to be able to visualize their pictures on it. And so I would always put the pictures on afterwards. And, I always had albums there for people to look at or whatever. And people used to say, oh, you chose the papers according to a shirt. And I'd be like, no, this layout was done without any pictures in mind. And then I just found this later. I find once you start scrapbooking, you take so many pictures, and I can recall times where I've actually set up pictures and what they wear and what we're going to do for the day because I want those specific pictures because of some products that I wanted to use. And it was like, well, we got to do that so that I can use this. And it might sound a little silly, but at the same time, my family got to do something fun, and I got to scrapbook about it after. So it was a win-win situation. But in the end, I got to scrapbook and use what I wanted to, and they got to have lots of fun. So now I'm going to take some packaging and the Mermaid Lagoon ink, and I'm just going to add some smooches all over, and it's just to add extra texture. I found the background was kind of plain, so just added extra texture to the background. I'm going to dry it with my heat tool from Tim Holtz, and I love that little heat gun for like mixed media stuff. Now, if I wanted to emboss something, I have another gun for that or heat gun that really gets really hot, and that's the one I like for that. Now, I had taken out the tissue paper that Kim from Hip Kit Club wraps up her kits with. I always keep the tissue paper and to use on the layouts. And I had taken it out with all intentions of using it, and I get everything down, and then I realize, the tissue paper is still sitting over there. So I'm going to finagle some tissue paper in there, but I wish I would have remembered a little earlier and I could have added a little bit more. But I think it's the next layout I end up using a ton of tissue paper anyway. So I think because I didn't get to use it as much as I wanted to on this layout, I kept it out and used it on the next layout. So now I'm just going through the embellishments, and I'm just, I took that frame, I cut it in half. I'm going to put one at the bottom of right underneath the photo, and that's actually where my title is going to be on that frame there. And then the other one is going to be to the top left of the photo. And then I just start placing stuff. This is where I realize, I forgot that tissue paper. So I'm just cutting little bits out, and I'm trying to see where I could stuff it. And so I'm going to stuff a little bit at the top right of the photo because I didn't have a frame for that side. And then I kind of tuck it underneath the photo because then it's to the bottom left. And then that way it's on two places on the layout, and it kind of tucks. It makes so that the embellishment cluster to the left kind of connects to the one on the bottom. And again, I kept my embellishment clusters tight to the photo. I didn't go crazy on going right out and basically embellishing the whole page. I kept it tight to the photo. I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of that, to try to keep things a little tighter. And because I love to use a ton of embellishment, but I'm trying to keep it so that it's tight to the photo and then leave a little bit more white space. So I'm working on that. Now I'm going to put glue on those frames because they're a little sticky, but not that sticky. And then I'm going to start working on the embellishment clusters. The one above, the one on the bottom where the bigger part of the frame is, where I'm going to put the title, I end up putting an acetate. And then the one where it says I love you is actually, it was from a little cut apart, and I had used the top part of it and the bottom part of it on another layout. So I kept, kept it, then throw it out, and I'm going to use it on this layout. And then there's just a little word strip, and it just says just a little note from me. And it's just like it's a note from Katie that says I love you. And then I'm going to use some puffy stickers. I had a few puffy stickers left, so I used those. I'm going to use some October afternoon label stickers, and again, just to build the layers. Now, the top right layer embellishment cluster is the smallest of my clusters. So all I tried to have the same thing in each cluster, or things that are similar. And if not, I only have one of. Like the clips, I only have one of the clips. But the rest, I tried to make it so it's in the three embellishment clusters. So I have circles in all of them, which the one that says I love you is sort of a circle. It gives you the illusion that it's a circle. And then also the puffy sticker kind of has a 3/4 of a circle, I guess. And then in each clusters, I have circles. I have, I think I have a little heart in each. And then I have something that is blue in each. And I have an acetate in each. And then I find that the chipboard sticker, it said squeeze. And that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to squeeze it. And so I thought that was perfect. And then there was a die cut that said XOXO. And I'm going to use that on this layout. And I'm just using my quick dry adhesive to glue everything down. I thought maybe I could try to staple down that acetate that said it's a beautiful day, but I end up just putting that puffy sticker, and that's what's holding it down. And then the title for that, I'm going to use my Pebbles tiny stickers, and I just wrote out show me, because that's basically, he wasn't saying it, but she would blow on the dandelion, and then he would try to do it. So it was super cute. And then I found like the page was kind of floating, so I'm going to cut it down to about 11 3/4 and 11 to 11 3/4. And I'm going to mount it on this aqua cardstock that came in the cardstock add-on. And that's going to pretty much complete this layout. I'm just going to use my ATG gun and glue everything down to that cardstock. I probably didn't need to put that much on, but it's such a habit to put tons of adhesive when I put something on that it's hard to get away from that. And this time there will be no close-ups of each individual embellishment clusters, because I'm kind of on crunch time to get all these videos done and upload it to YouTube before we leave. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.